I'm your huckleberry.
What's up, fishy friends? Welcome to Tim's School of Fish, and class is in session. I'm excited because today we're going to take a look at a knife from Eutektik. Eutektik is Liong Mah's budget line of knives. This one is super freaking badass. But before we take a look at this knife, don't forget the Just the Tip live stream tomorrow night. Last week was canceled because of a hurricane. So tomorrow night, I think we're going to be over on Jake at Uncommon EDC's channel. Always a great time. We will see you guys there. Also, my second knife design from Blackwater Knife Company, the Bonefish, is dropping this Friday, October 18th at 9 a.m. Central Time. It's a limited run, so make sure you head over there to the website. I will link the website in the description. Sign up for the newsletter for drop notifications. This Friday, 9 a.m. Central, those Bonefish are dropping. It is freaking awesome. Scab over at Choir Boys Cutlery just did a review of it, so make sure you go check out Scab's video. But today, we are taking a look at the Eutektik binary. So, without further ado, let's get this camera turned around and take a closer look.
Hey man, do me a favor and go ahead and hit that like button. While you're at it, go ahead and subscribe. It sure does help the channel. We sure do appreciate it a lot. Thank you very much, man.
Alright, so like I said, Eutektik is Liong Mah's budget lineup of knives. I believe this is his third one. He's got the Trinity, the EFD, which is the Eutektik Field Duty, and now this one, which is called the Binary. I'm going to link the Eutektik website down below. This one is not on the website yet. I know they were hoping for a September release, so I expect this one to be out to distributors and up on the website anytime now, but this one is definitely coming soon. So your knife's going to come in your basic budget pouch. You're going to get a little Ranger eye here. So let's take a look at this knife. All right, this one is definitely a full-size knife. So our overall length here is just over 8.5 inches. We are at 8 5/8 overall. We've got a 4-inch blade and a 4 5/8 inch handle. We do have about a 1-inch finger choil on here, so our cutting edge is about 3 1/4. All right, our blade on this one is pretty much a spear point blade with a forward swedge. We've got a small fuller here, which really kind of looks like a long pull on a slip joint. Stone washed finish on this one, flat grind. We've got that big forward finger choil, no billboarding on the show side of the knife. On the clip side, we've got our blade steel etched on there, which is 14C 28N. We've got some nice jimping on the spine there that goes way up the spine toward the tip, so I really like that. We've got G10 handles on this one. We've got a T8 torque screw on our pivot. We've got T6 body screws, T6 clip screws. That clip is reversible. If I have one complaint about this knife, it's those clip screws. I really think that recessed clip screws should really sort of be the industry standard now. If there's one thing I could change, it would be that, but that's not a deal killer at all. This thing goes in and out of the pocket just great. We've got open construction with barrel backspacer standoffs, which I prefer because it makes it so much easier to clean. We've got several deployment options on this one. We've got a rear flipper, we've got a front or top flipper. We've also got this fuller, so you can rear flip it. The front flipper on this one works great. You can reverse flick it with that fuller, and you can even get in here and thumb flick it. Now, that rear flipper looks kind of funny, but the reason he did it that way is so that when it's in the open position, it's completely hidden. And I really think that adds to the aesthetic of the knife. That's a nice touch. So tons of deployment options. The action on this bad boy is super, super smooth. This one is a liner lock, and we've got good lock up there. I'd say about 45%. We've got some jimping on the lock bar there, and we've got a nice scallop cutout to give you access to the lock bar. In the hand, that handle is going to work for just about everybody. I have wider hands than most people, don't have long fingers, but I got bare paw hands, and my hand swallows every bit of that handle, but I can get a good four-finger grip on this. Almost everybody's going to be able to get four-finger grip, so it feels good in a hammer grip, feels good in a saber grip, reverse grip feels good, gas station stabby grip feels good. I really like the jimping on this one because it's pretty aggressive, but it's not too aggressive in my opinion. It's kind of just right. So this one feels great in a saber grip. And with the size and the jimping and the finger choil on this, I think this would be perfect to use with gloves on, because I think that handle size and that finger choil and that good amount of jimping is just going to let you get a good purchase with gloves on. And I know for a lot of people where the environment is wet or cold, being able to work a knife with gloves on is a must. And so I think that it's going to work really, really well. So this one comes in right at $85. It might be a little bit cheaper from distributors' websites when they have the knives in stock, but all of the knives on Eutektik are listed at $85. Now, I know everybody's idea of a budget knife is different. It might be $50, maybe it's $30, maybe it's $75, but in my opinion, this is right there on the edge of a budget knife, and I feel like it's certainly worth every penny. I think the price point on this one is perfect. Now, this knife is not OEM'd by Riot, but from what I understand, Riot is overseeing the production of this knife, so I'm sure that they contracted the production out to someone under the supervision of Riot, and they're doing the QC on these knives. And you can tell that Riot has had a hand in this because it's just very well done. Dead nut centered, fit and finish is exceptional. All the edges are chamfered down nicely. It's just a very well done knife with great action. Some things that I love about this knife: I love the blade profile. I love the choice of blade steel. I like that neutral handle shape. I love that forward finger choil. I think this one is big enough to be a solid outdoor folder. I like that they gave us good jimping instead of crappy non-functional jimping. This is highly functional jimping. They extended it way up the spine here. I like the addition of that little fuller there. The one thing that I would change would be those clip screws, but that's not a deal killer at all. Now, what I don't like is G10. It's just hard for me at this point in my knife journey to get excited about G10. It just is. I would like to see some other handle options, maybe some canvas micarta in a few different colors. You don't have to go crazy. I understand that a lot of the price on certain knives comes from the different handle materials. G10 is obviously the cheapest, but canvas or linen micarta is also pretty cheap, and unless you get into some of the crazy layered ones. But some natural canvas micarta or some blue canvas micarta, I think just one more option on the handle material would be great. But again, not a deal killer at all. It's just a personal preference. It's really hard for me personally to get excited about G10 at this point. Nevertheless, it is an absolutely awesome knife. So there you go, boys and girls. That is the Eutektik binary. It is coming soon. Like I said, I will link the Eutektik website down below. As always, guys, I appreciate you for watching. Give me a thumbs up. Drop me a comment down in the comment section. Let me know if you have any knives from Liong Mah or from Eutektik. Let me know what you think of this one. And if you're not subscribed to the channel, please consider doing so. Just click my logo right over there. That's it for this episode of Tim's School of Fish, boys and girls. Class dismissed.